White snow, red sky, reach out for a soul so high. Blue eyes, fake cry, beware of the fox tonight. The cold feet.
Episode. What am I on? Episode 24, Season 4 of the NOVAtazz Automotive Podcast. I am your host, NOVAtazz, Sean, whatever you want to call. Yeah, I agree with you. I still tend to hear it in my head as well. Just kind of glad I don't actually have to hear it. But anyway, another live stream, another week. Didn't get a whole lot done this weekend, as I had to work on Friday. Did get some stuff done. Got another video filmed. It will be out after the one that I'm working on currently in the editor. I'm sure we will have our regulars dropping in here and there. Kat won't be here this week. She just messaged me and let me know that she won't be here, so it won't be Kat. But I'm sure Chris and Brad will be here at some point, maybe even Joseph. Our resident troll is already in the chat. Thank you. Love you. We'll see who else ends up showing up. Oh. So, I already know what Jess has been doing all weekend. She's been working. I don't know who else is sitting in the chat right now or who is or is not there. What you up to? What you been doing? This week I have managed to pull Now, there's somebody in here. We have some viewers. We have to. Yeah, it says we have two. So it's you and somebody else. Hold on. Hold on, Jess. Anyway, I managed to pull the wiring harness and at least the front half of the wiring harness out of the car. We did open and go through the wiring harness that we picked up. Think I might need to pick up I have to see if I need to pick up a wiring crimping tool for that to crimp those wires, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get by with what the tools that I have. Oh, Jess, I was trying to get you friends. I don't know if friends will show up. You can always invite your friends. And give you more money for being here all by yourself. Well, there you go. You got something. I do have an update on Pilot's other half. We'll go into that a little bit later. Some good news, some bad news. Yeah, I really hate being up here by myself. But anyway, so like I said, I got the dash pulled out of the car. I got the rest of the wiring harness underneath of where the dash goes out of the car. I just have the wiring that goes down the side of the car into the taillights to pull out. And then we can start swapping in the new harness. And then from there, it's just kind of going to be flowing. I'm going to be just adding parts here and there. And there's Pilot. Welcome aboard, Pilot. We were just talking about, we'll talk about an update on your wife in a little bit. Our thoughts are with you and her. Hopefully you guys pull through. It says there's two, but it says that there's been two. I don't have a 3. But anyway. So like I said, got the wiring pulled out of the dash. Let's see if I have any of that vinyl paint left and might shoot it black again. It's got some scuffs and nicks in it from sitting and being worked on here and there. But I should get back together pretty good. I need to open up a drink. Since I know that these are not twist caps. No, yes, they are twist caps. Should we do points for the people that are here first thing? I'll send you guys both home with a million points. At least you guys are here. Sorry, focusing on pouring the beverage. Well, we know Streamlabs is here. $2 million. You've already got like 2 million. What do you think, Pilot? Alright, correction. You have like 10 million. We get Pilot way up there. Poor Pilot's all the way down there. Fine, 2 million it is. Alright, fine. 2 million to everybody in the chat. There we go. There you go. Poor Pilot a little way up. He's right below Miss Formy now. Oh my god.
What's up, man?
What's up, what's up, what's up? I didn't know if anybody was going to show up tonight.
Yeah. Well, I figured I'd pop in. I don't know, man. Do you know what it's like to have a busy life?
No, well, I work. I work and I have a kid and on the weekends I might get some car time and then it's back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine this. I am a kid So imagine how difficult my life would be, you know.
Um, um, no, you're still down here. You have not experienced difficulty yet.
I know that, but it irks you, and I know it irks you when you know, when I claim that I have. So anyway, yeah,
I saw
but
I saw you got your baby back, minus some
well, you know,
platinum.
minus the cats, yeah, and minus the magic that it used to have.
What was the
I don't
magic?
know,
What was the magic?
huh? I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I had that car for 7 months when I bought it in July of 2020.
Oh, you
I
you
absolutely loved it,
yeah,
man.
but now you don't like it.
Now I what?
Now you don't like it.
No, I like it and I love it actually. I just, it's not the same, and I'm kind of thinking that it's almost whispering in my ear to let it go
There
to
you go.
Crown Victoria heaven or something.
Something.
It's just,
You got that other car, the freaking natural gas car.
oh yeah, the
It's
propane,
a
the
much
T-Bird.
cooler ride.
The T-Bird is excellent. We still have it. We don't need it, and it's actually for sale. We're getting rid of it. Like
Why?
my dad actually was the one who bought that car for once, and
Oh my
I
God.
own it on paper, obviously, but he paid for it. So
That's
um,
an epic YouTuber car.
yeah, it is. I know.
If you did stuff with it,
Yeah.
you'd have to actually film with it and get it out there because it is a low mileage natural gas T-Bird that is in excellent freaking condition, and you could definitely go have some fun with that thing. And
There's
you'd probably
one problem with what you said.
which one is the problem?
It's not low mileage. It's high mileage.
How many
That's
mileage?
okay.
It
It's
doesn't
got
look like
100. Huh?
it doesn't look like it's got a lot of mileage.
Oh no, it's beautiful. I agree on all other counts. It's a gorgeous car.
And tell me, you're gonna tell me it has 100,000
110,000 miles.
miles or kilometers?
Miles. So it's 175,000 kilometers.
Do you realize that's half the amount of miles that are on my Kia, on her Kia right now?
What I realize is that mileage doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. That car, the mileage doesn't matter. It's just to the average person, the stigma of 100,000 miles bothers them for
But
some
it's
reason.
100,000 miles on like a 40-some-year-old car.
Oh, he only put
100,000 miles is
6,000.
nothing. That car's still a baby.
It is. He puts 6,500 miles on it in the last 12 years he owned it.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Like it's
he
nothing.
dabbled at going to the grocery store and back once in a while. That's how that accumulates.
He's that car's a garage queen. He put a ton of miles on it at the very beginning, and then later it just sat, and that's what happened to it.
That is also not really actually good for it either. But
No, it's not. Actually, that's why I had the blowout on Deerfoot on the 32-year-old tires. But
it's like that's the equivalent of putting the horse away wet.
Yes, it's a good way of putting it. Rode hard and put away wet. Although this one wasn't rode hard, so
It's road long.
God.
Pilot just says he might turn 60,000 miles on the Cadillac this week, and I don't know if you know do you know who our resident troll is?
No.
It's my girlfriend. She's Jessica in the chat. I don't know if you can see the chat. She says,
No, I can't
She
see the
says
chat.
she's calling you a feisty kid. He's not a kid.
thank
He's
you very
old
much.
man teen mechanic.
See, just read the name tag. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe this. Did you put that in there this time, or is it still in there from the last time?
It was there from the last time, although I corrected it. I put it was old man mechanic and it was lowercase, so I capitalized some things.
You made it more glorified.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm leaning
that was
into it, man. I'm leaning into it.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Me
But,
too.
yeah, glad to have you up here. I was struggling, man. I was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm at my grandparents right now.
It looks like a log cabin.
Huh?
It looks like a log cabin. It looks like you're on the front porch swing.
It's exactly what I am on. Although it's the side of the house and it's not a cabin, but it is a log house. Yeah.
Well, what is it? If it's not a, I mean, the I mean, granted, I consider all log houses log cabins, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. It's yeah.
All
No, I
right,
love it.
we have a
It's
serious
gorgeous.
question in the chat from the resident troll. She goes, "If
What's
you are
up?
old man teen mechanic, what does that make me?"
That's a very good question.
A dinosaur mechanic at your service.
Perhaps it's more, like
Old.
a pharaoh infant mechanic, because you go old, young. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
What's
I
it
might
called?
dig that. Oh, and she
I-
goes. She goes. I am old man shithead mechanic. Wow. I probably should have censored that. I probably shouldn't have repeated that. But
Demonetized, man. Oh well.
hey, I get
I don't know.
demonetized. It hurts her too. But just saying.
Yeah, that's true. Well, God, I'm still a little ways off. I've been thinking a lot about it lately. I mean, my subscribers have been growing exponentially, which is fantastic.
What are you up to,
Although
by
they've
the
kind of slowed, but
What are you
I
up
mean,
to?
I'm only 800 watch hours away from being eligible for monetization. I just have to put more work into it, man. I've been really slacking off, and I'm not happy with myself. I just,
It's just
ugh.
good. Sometimes YouTube has to take a back door.
Sometimes it does, especially when I need to be focusing on employment and getting rid of several cars and buying several cars and
Both of those are
God.
technically, all three of these are technically types of employment.
I,
You are employing yourself for YouTube. Granted,
Yeah,
you have yet
yeah.
to receive a paycheck, I think. That's a
That's a
puppers.
good- yes, yeah, he's gonna bark. Yeah,
How'd you guess?
I don't know. What? Come here.
She goes, by the way, she goes, I make my own monies. I no need your monies. No, you don't need my monies. But if I'm not making money, that kind of does end up affecting, your monies. Sometimes.
Well, perhaps. Hang on a half second.
Oh, you're getting talked to. Well, that was a surprise. I told you, they come trickling in. Hopefully we'll have Chris
There we
and them
go.
in here shortly. You
Silly
done with
dog.
Yeah, dog don't bother me. I'm sure
Yeah.
this one over here will bark before the end of the live. I see the glowing eyeballs peeking out from the shadows in the camera.
Oh God, here, let me see if I can turn my camera around quick enough. Facing back. I think it's camera. Is it this
Actually,
one? Yeah, I
that's
think
not
is
his
it this one?
eyeballs.
Okay, no, that's the wrong camera. Is it this
How
one?
many cameras do you have?
Lots of cameras. See that over there?
Yeah, the black spot.
Yeah, it's moving. That's a wild animal over there.
Is that a
I
bear?
can't stray too far or I'll lose connection, but
Is it a bear?
hey, come here, stop eating grass. Come here.
Oh, it's one of those kind of wild animals. Oh my God, it's a big bear.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure he's about to relieve himself, so I'm going to sit back down and switch my camera back over here. How do I do this again?
I don't know.
Is
but
this the
hurry up.
one?
That
Is
looks
this
good.
the one or is this wide angle? No, that's right. Wait, mirror. No, that's not what I want. Back. Go. Okay, there. Figured it out. All right.
You didn't really change it all, but that's okay.
I what?
You didn't really change it all, but that's okay.
Okay. Wait. Did that work when I switched my camera? Did you get to actually see the dog?
We watched you the whole time. We were just going along with it.
Oh God.
No, I'm kidding. We saw the dog.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I was thinking, I'm doing the math in my head. I'm trying to understand how that. Yeah, okay. No.
Or just
Okay.
say when you switched it from mirrored or whatever to the whatever, it didn't do anything.
Right. No. Didn't expect it to. I don't think, because I didn't really hit the button. But
Jess says I'm a shitty liar, and that if I wasn't making YouTube monies, then I would just be a bum.
So nothing would change.
Oh, I am not supposed to be being freaking roasted by not only the resident troll in the chat, but also you up here on the screen.
Yeah.
Hang
on. Okay.
I'm supposed to be roasting you, but if you can get a jab in once in a while, go for it.
Yes, yeah, because it's rare for me, man. You got to respect it when it happens.
Right?
Okay. Can you see around the tree?
I can see through the tree.
Can you see right there?
I see the ass end of a car.
Uh-huh. Can you see what kind of car it is?
Not really. It's just kind of a colored
Oh.
blob. I
No,
mean,
I'm
I have
gonna
a big
walk
monitor.
along this.
I have a big monitor, but it's still, yeah, you're not taking up a whole lot of that big monitor.
Okay, what about now?
Would be the ass end of an old lady cat.
Very close. It's an old lady Crown Victoria.
She's still a cougar.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess in terms of car years, then what does that make the Cadillac? Because the Cadillac screams cougar to me.
No,
Really,
no,
I mean,
I'm just saying, you know, Queen Victoria is still an old lady. She could be a cougar.
it's interesting. Where's the cutoff? Where's the point where you draw that line of cougar, elderly, still youthful, middle-aged?
It
You
depends.
know what I
It
mean?
depends on what their interests are. That's what defines a cougar.
That's a very good point.
So
very
if she
good
still
point.
has the interest in the youngers, then
I get the impression the Crown Victoria's a more very, very rough around the edges college graduate, like maybe even trades graduate, like just little bit rough around the edges in terms of their decision making and
so they're turning to drugs.
well,
It's already
no,
sold its cats. It's already sold its cats. I mean, you know,
yeah, that's true. It's now sold
start...
itself for drugs.
Yep. See, there you
For
go.
oh.
Well, it's got
For
it's now has a wide open crack in its exhaust system, but you know.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly sure how to interpret that, but yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Oh, God.
It sold itself for crack.
I don't know. Huh?
It sold itself for crack. Does that make it a prostitute?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I was kind of trying to get at for a bit there.
It's been blown
I don't
wide
know.
open. All right. We need to change the subject before we.
Okay, yeah. Good point. So I found another Crown Victoria.
Are you gonna rape that one of parts to feed this one?
No, I'm thinking I'm going to rape this one apart to feed that one because the one I'm looking at is a 95 and it's got really low mileage. Well, not really low. It's like 150 clicks, so it's just under 100,000 miles.
Wait. So you're saying that car's got really low miles. It's younger, has almost the same amount of miles as the older car that only has slightly more miles but has many more years to have accumulated them.
The Thunderbird is not the same caliber as a Crown Victoria.
That Thunderbird is.
But
that Thunderbird's like way up here.
Exactly. The Thunderbird is something that I'd like to keep, but I don't think I can. It's my dad's money. It's just sitting there right now. He's
thinking about this.
$3,400.
It is cheaper for you to drive that car than probably anything else that you own.
That's correct.
So he
100%.
He should be thinking about your well-being and the fact that you would not be wasting so much money in gas by driving that car, and you would look cooler, and it would be better for your YouTube channel than some freaking pish-posh freaking Crown Victoria.
Man. Why are you doing this to me?
I need to do this to your dad. I mean...
Oh, God.
Because then he wouldn't be trying to sell that, and he would be shipping those two old those two old baddies out there, out to the
There's
curb.
another thing. There's another thing also. I'm driving now east of Calgary, about an hour east of Calgary every weekend, and there's lots of dirt and gravel roads out there, and that's part of the reason I bought this Crown Vic, especially for so cheap. I mean, I need a beater. There's abandoned railroad tracks out there that need jumping, you know? I need something that I could
help you with the stones and the dirt. You could always just, you know, ceramic coat the freaking old bird.
What does it look like? I'm able to retire? I have no money for that.
If you're driving the old bird, you'd be saving that amount of money in like 2 weeks.
It's a very good point, which is very backwards logic. Doesn't make sense that a 460 cubic inch 70s car in the Malaise era would be saving me gas, but I guess yeah. That's
Uh,
good though. I like it.
okay, so Jess has the breakdown. 18 to 21, you're a Wildcat. 22 to 29, you're a Lynx. 30 to 39, you're a Puma. 40 to 49, you're a Cougar. 50 to 59, you're a Jag. 60 to 68, you're a Panther. 69, a Pussycat. 70 to 79, a Cheetah. 80 to 89, a Leopard. 90 to 99, a Tiger. And 100 plus, you're a Lion.
Is
Apparently, that's the breakdown.
real?
That is the news break we got in the chat.
That is very insightful, actually. Wow.
I love this conversation we're having on an automotive podcast, but
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially. So I
really
guess
change the name of this to get out of the automotive podcast and get this more towards just a straight ass entertainment podcast.
yeah,
because-
exactly. It's a good idea. I might. I've been talking with Lewis. He wants to join this thing, but he doesn't know as much about cars, so he was that was his dilemma.
No. The whole point is to come up here, entertain the people in the chat, and have fucking fun while you're doing it. That is the whole point.
I agree.
It is hanging out with people that I enjoy hanging out with, that I can get a laugh out of, they can get a laugh out of me, that kind of bullshit. That is it.
Yep.
And yes, Jess is right. She did send me a screenshot on the official 1051thebounce.com. It's 1051 thebounce.com. Apparently that is official internet knowledge now.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if she found it.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
Just because you find it on the internet, it makes it true.
Yeah. Well, that's the case. What are you talking about? That's a given.
Yeah, that's okay. So, almost shit my pants today on my way from bringing home my kid.
Why?
Because I was driving the truck.
Yeah.
And I was coming back from picking him up, and I'm coming down. There's a really hilly stretch that comes between my town and the next decent sized town. Goes over the mountain and comes down and through, because both towns are kind of in a valley. And I'm just cruising along, not really paying attention to my speed, and I already know this truck likes to cruise at a decent speed when I'm not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm seeing red and fucking blues. Bloop, 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 bloop. Right behind me. I'm like, fuck, what did I do? And I looked at the speedometer. I'm like, I'm not flying. What am I doing? Is it my exhaust? Because I don't have a muffler on the truck right now, and it's kind of loud. But wait, I'm not goosing it. I'm just kind of cruising. It's pretty quiet. Nobody should really know anything, right?
Yeah.
And I got to go pull over, and it sucks because at this part of the road, it's going around the corner, and it's just a sheer rock face on my passenger side. So that freaking side, whatever, is just full of all of them freaking, good size fucking rocks that fell off the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking cop doesn't pull in behind me. He just whoop. I'm like, God damn it. If I would have known that you were just trying to get around me, I would have waited till I had a clear spot to pull over. Instead, I was trying to pull over so that way I didn't piss you off, because I didn't know how long you were following me before I noticed you.
I see.
And so, I was like, it's one of those things, whenever you're, I know I don't obey the speed limits. By the way, anybody out there in the chat, you should obey all traffic laws.
Yes, you should. Do as I say, not as I do.
There's that disclaimer.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I got a dog inside.
But anyway, so whenever you get a cop that crawls up your butthole, you never know when they're actually trying to nab you or not. You get that slight guilty conscience, like, what did I do?
Yeah. Well, there's this. I got my first ever ticket actually. This yesterday. I got it in the mail, or my grandparents did, because that's my mailing address.
This yesterday?
Huh?
It was this yesterday?
What? The ticket itself was 10 days ago. And it was not speeding. So it's I haven't actually gotten a speeding ticket yet. I'm one for going a little past myself. But luckily, I'm observant enough to notice when there's a Multinova prick sitting in the bushes. Anyway, in Calgary, we have street cleaning. I'm sure it's the case in many, many cities.
Oh, you got the stupid fucking parking violation ticket because you parked somewhere you weren't familiar with that was having street cleaning that day that you didn't realize.
No.
You did realize.
That's I would have been okay with it if it were that case. But what happened was I was parked outside of my own damn house, and I was expecting street cleaning. You're not allowed to park on the street from 8 to 4. I was fine with that. I was planning to leave at 8 to go to school, and so I woke up a little bit before 8, got ready, and I was ready. I was ready by 8, but I was talking to my dad or something. I was in the basement, doing my thing. And I come upstairs, and I'm kind of meandering, and then my dad calls me up from the basement and says, "But there's a parking guy outside. You better move that damn car, because I told you you're gonna get a ticket." And sure enough, he was sitting there. He stopped by my car. I didn't know what time it was. I knew that it was before 8, although turns out it was 8:12. And
8:12 is in 12 minutes after 8, or 8:12 is in 12 seconds after 8?
Yeah, 12 minutes.
Oh, he had you by rights then.
Yeah, he did. I'm just saying, I when there was a picture, there was a picture that was really zoomed in, but if you had zoomed out on that picture, you would have seen me walking to the car. And it was
like, we're gonna freaking,
It pissed me off so bad because he saw me walking to my car and he gave me a ticket.
But
what a prick!
He had to stop. And
I paid it yesterday. I paid it because there was no value in fighting it. It just bothered me. Like an $80 ticket just for being out front of my own house. I was pissed off about that, but nothing I could do.
I was the street out in front of where I used to work has street cleaning as well. And it was one of the first times that I went up there. I didn't know. And where the street signs were, I hadn't even made it to the first street. I think I had just passed the first street sign, but I didn't see it. Like I didn't notice it. And I had parked the car, and I didn't realize that it was street cleaning day or whatever. And they nabbed me in a town that I'm not familiar with, on a road I'm not familiar with, for a street cleaning fee. But yet there was like 6 other fucking cars that I had parked behind, so that we all got nabbed apparently anyway. But I didn't realize. I don't normally there's a driveway there that I pull into. I don't normally park on the street. But the driveway was full because they were having a house meeting or some sort, and so like all of these staff were there. So they had all parked in the grass in the driveway. And so I didn't have any choice. The only spot available was right there. And less than 5 minutes after I parked, there was a parking ticket. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I always wonder, every time I've had any sort of experience with that sort of thing, I always wonder, what...
nice legs.
What kind of person? Yeah, thanks. What kind of person wants to take that job? Nope, that's the wrong camera. I'm trying to figure it out.
That's
okay.
4 legs. Oh, geez. Easy
top
would
this
be
is that's my leg. Okay, check this out. Offense date, the day of street cleaning, 8/12. Here's the damn matador, out front of my own damn house. Just so stupid. And why did they take this picture? What the hell's the point of that?
Showing that.
Showing me the damage on the back bumper? I don't care. It's just like bothers me. And it's $80, and it's just
it's just how much.
Yeah, God. I mean, 80, and then 90 apparently after July 3rd, and then 120 after July 25th. So I guess they gave me quite a bit of time to pay it. I wasn't so upset about that, but just annoying as hell. And then
I think ours are like $20.
Oh God, why don't you just park on the street anyway then?
I don't feel like paying.
God, no.
I don't feel like freaking patting somebody's fucking wallet for $20. That's $20 that I could have put in a gas tank.
Yeah, this is $80 I could have put in the gas tank, and it's just very frustrating.
So that $80 is probably the same amount of gas as my 20 was like a year and a half ago.
Yes, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah,
Actually, I remember
$80 wouldn't
when
even
my
fill
dad
out.
bought the Cadillac Eldorado in 2013. He filled it up in British Columbia, the province neighboring us to the west, and he filled it up because we bought it there. And he filled it up because gas has always been more expensive in BC. Doesn't matter when. And it was like $98 to fill the tank. And he was like, and keep in mind that's liters and it's Canadian, but so it's still like it's high. It's very high. But still back then he remembers it was like, oh God, it was shocking at the time, like $95 to fill the tank. Now to fill that car, it's $185 to fill that car. So it's doubled in price since 2013 to fill that car. And at the time, gas was 98 cents a liter. So 99.9 it was on the gas, which is still higher than you guys, but it's
How many
crazy.
liters are in a gallon?
3.78.
So that's 90. You said 98 times 3.78.
0.98 times 3.78.
I'm gonna do maths and things.
And that was cheap back then. Like,
Yeah,
but
that
actually,
was $3.70 a gallon.
yeah.
Your money.
So okay,
$3.70 your monies.
that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Sorry, it would have been like $1.30 because it was BC. So it would have been 1.30 times 3.78 because it's BC. It used to be 98 cents a liter here.
Wait, 1.30?
Yeah, times
Times
3.78.
Oh, 2.78.
3 points. Or wait, no, sorry. Yeah, 3.78. Oh, that's right.
Okay, that would have been $4.19. That would have been like gas prices we're paying now.
Seriously?
We
Oh
pay
God.
the gas prices per gallon. Now, granted, this is U.S. money, not your monies.
Sure.
So right now, I do believe the gas station across the street. I can even go double check right now, because thankfully Google Maps does the whole freaking gas prices of local gas stations. Gas. Okay. Okay, it still says it's $5 a gallon. I don't think that's true anymore.
Is gas going down for you, or is it still going up?
Ish. It's kind of dropping, but like only like 10 cents. So the gas station that I normally go to around here, which is not the one across the street, is
calculate something else for me, would you? One other quick thing, because
hold on.
Sure, yeah.
Trying to find where it's called now. Jeez, how freaking far out do I have to go? Moving.
Oh, I hear a beehive. No thanks.
Okay, so the sheets that I normally go at is $4.90 right now.
$4.90 a gallon.
Yeah, which would
That's
be
your money.
Yeah, which would be basically that 1.30 or whatever that you.
So it would be like $5.50 a gallon for us then, give or take.
For what you're.
Well, what you're paying would be $5.50-ish for us then, because of the dollar exchange. But okay, so calculate what we're paying now per gallon in Canadian dollars. So if you do 1.91 times 3.78.
Wait, 1.91?
Yeah. Which is the lowest in the country, by the way. We pay the lowest in the country. 1.91 times 3.
You guys are paying $7.21 a gallon, your monies.
Holy shit. Okay, now, if you go into a currency exchange on Google, just go like CAD to USD, you could calculate what that is for you, and I'd be curious to know because holy crap, how much a gallon?
$7.22 if you round it up to the nearest penny.
Oh. What the hell? Oh, that's a hundred.
That would be $5.60 US.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that is crazy.
So you're paying like 60 cents more a gallon. But that's only here.
Yeah, that's only there. I mean, California, it's like.
Yeah, Cali is. California time.
Holy crap! I did not know we were paying $7.22 a gallon. That is sobering, considering the fact my Crown Vic has a very tiny, tiny tank. Considering the car it is, it's a 48 liter. It's a 12 point something gallon tank.
California right now is paying a max of $779.9, which would basically be $780, but their average is 6.328, which would be $633.
So $6.33 a gallon USD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
So I
they're
can
paying
put
a
that
lot
in
more than
your
that.
little calculator here. Hold on.
Wow, gas is cheap here, I guess. God, gas prices are just insane.
Okay, so I
Holy
said that was what, 633?
Yep.
816 your per gallon. Now, what did you now? How do I convert that back to liters? It's divided by 3.78.
To liters, yeah. Do whatever they're paying. Because in where what's it called? Well, where was it? I think say Vancouver. That's always a good example. I think they're paying 217 Canadian dollars a liter. So that'd be 2.17 times
That's
3.78.
$2.16 a liter.
Okay, so the same as Vancouver. Wow. So yeah, the West Coast is paying insane amounts. Wow, that's crazy. Holy crap. We're the lowest in the country because Jason Kenney, our premier of Alberta at the time, he's since resigned, but he did a
But
13-cent
by
release.
the way, that's the average price in California. Let me go back
Yeah,
to
do the 7 whatever.
780.
Sure.
Fucking math again.
780.
That's 1005. That's 1005 a 1005 a gallon. Your monies.
Jeez. Oh my God.
And that's not even as high as it has been. That's lower
I'm
than.
very.
I think the highest record was over $10 our money.
$10 a gallon. When I'm 50, gas is going to be $10 a liter. Our money.
There's really actually no reason for it to be that fucking high.
Well, no, but everyone will be driving.
The problem is when you're old, there won't be gas.
That's what I'm. Well, there might be a couple stations to keep the.
Okay.
But you have to have a license or something, or you have to have a permit, or it's a classic car, and it's almost
You
like
ready?
an
You ready?
alternate fuel.
Hey, I know
Yeah.
you're sitting down.
I am.
$2.65 a liter.
Oh, Jesus.
Again, that's still not their highest that they paid.
Oh God. Jeez. 265 our money per liter. They're just greedy bastards, man. There's no other way to put it. God, that is ridiculous. Absolutely so stupid. Oh God. Well, that's stupid, man. I can't even get over that. So I guess I shouldn't be complaining about 179.9 being the cheapest gas we can get right now.
I think that I do believe that they pay more per gas in countries overseas somewhere. But then again, they use a lot less gas.
Yeah.
So they don't fill up as often. I do believe their cars have smaller engines and use less gas to begin with. So I mean, and it's also all relative to the economy that you're living in, because like if you're getting paid, if the average person gets paid $60-$70 an hour, and let's just say a gallon of milk is $6. There's a big difference between the average person getting paid $30 an hour and milk being $6. You know, it's that's that whole inflation thing. You know,
Yeah,
so
if the wages are staying stagnant, they're staying the same as things go up.
well, actually,
as
no,
other
a
things
lot of
go up.
people, a lot of places around the U.S. kind of literally just got a giant jump in raise. I mean, by a couple dollars. A lot of businesses did. All within like the last year and a half, because they were all trying to get people to come back to work. So a lot of places offered a higher starting rate. But again, it doesn't matter if everything else goes up. Then it doesn't. You might as well not have gotten a raise at all. You know, because if you get a $2 raise, but milk goes up freaking $1.50, $2, and gas goes up $3, you know, if everything doubles, but you only get a $2 raise, you actually kind of lost money.
Yeah.
Yes, you're making more money, but your money's not going as far.
Oh, wow.
That's what me and Jess were talking about the other day. We were talking about how the fact that, you know, 3 years ago, $20 an hour, it's a freaking decent job. Now you're right back down there at lower middle class, if not lower class, as far as you know how far it goes.
$15 an hour is a minimum wage here, Canadian dollars, in Alberta.
Ours
$15 an hour.
I think ours was $7.50.
Oh God.
But then again, minimum wage job was not meant to sustain a family. Minimum wage job is meant to sustain a high schooler or you know whatever as a part-time job. Those are supposed to be jobs filled by individuals starting out in the workforce. They are not meant to be a career choice.
Yeah.
You know, so yes, they're minimum wage, but they're also only supposed to be a part-time, secondary income. Not your main source of income. Jess says $7.25 is minimum wage in PA. He also asked, do you have milk? Does your milk come in baggies?
Okay, you'll hear that all about Canada. People with these stupid lists about 5 things you didn't know about Canada. Their milk comes in bags. No. You can get milk in bags. Down east, apparently, it's pretty common. Apparently in Toronto, like in Ontario and even further east you go, even maybe Quebec. Quebec is a different planet. I don't know anything about Quebec. Well, I do. And that's kind of, I've tried and remove them. Just whatever. But apparently, yeah, it's more common. It's definitely more common. But as far as we go, and anybody that's normal and at remotely west does not have milk bags unless it's like powdered milk, which I still don't see.
Oh, you know what? You can rate how poor you were as a kid depending on whether or not you had to have powdered milk on your freaking cereal as a kid.
Yes, I did at one point.
Yes, there was a point my mom used to keep powdered milk in the cupboard for the times that we ran out of milk and she couldn't afford to go out and go get another gallon.
Yeah, and literally mirror image of what happened in my situation with my mom.
It was the ramen. You had the giant stack of ramen noodles. Yeah, because and the creative ways of having to use them, because when you have to have ramen noodles a lot, it gets old. We had the ramen noodles, we had the SpaghettiOs, because SpaghettiOs was cheap then. Like SpaghettiOs. Now it's
$6 a can.
I think they're $1.25 here.
Yeah, they're not crazy, but it's still like I was actually at the IGA in my community not that long ago.
Jess says yes, she had powdered milk. It was gross. Yes, it tastes like cardboard. I don't know where they get milk out of that at all. Except for maybe the nutrients in it, but it does not taste like milk anymore.
I don't understand how they even make it. I'm sure. It wouldn't be hard to find out, but
it's probably just dehydrated milk that they rehydrate when you add.
Yeah,
but you're missing all the fat out of it at that point, because fat you can't dehydrate.
Yeah, I don't actually remember what it tasted like, because thankfully I was young.
I still can. I can still taste it. It tastes like fucking cardboard. It's like powdered cardboard.
Well, I remember having it. I just don't remember tasting it and really caring or appreciating it because I was
No.
young enough.
And the other thing
I
that
was
my
under
mom did
5.
once in a while was she used to freeze milk to make it last longer. So if milk went on sale, she would buy a couple of them and then she would stick like a few of them in the freezer. And they never
Yeah.
tasted the same after they came out of the freezer either.
No, they don't. And I also remember how off-putting the mental image of the expiry date sitting right there. It's like 6 months old,
Well, it also
and
turns slightly
it's
yellow.
fine.
It also turns slightly yellow when you freeze it. It does.
Forgot about that.
It's like a
No,
slight.
yeah, I
It's like
remember
an
there
off-white
being a weird
yellow.
film. There was a weird film on top too. I remember
Yeah,
having
it's weird.
tomato
It separates
soup
a little
and
bit.
that milk. It was yeah, that was no
Jess
good.
also said creative potatoes. In other words, creative ways of making potatoes because potatoes are cheap. But then again, ground beef was pretty cheap back then too, and we used to have a lot of freaking shit with ground beef because you could pick up a freaking thing of hamburger helper for like 50 cents, and
I remember hamburger helper too.
hamburger at that point was like maybe $1 a pound. So you could have you could feed, because normally it would be like 2 boxes of hamburger helper and 2 pounds of ground beef could feed like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
And so like you could have a whole dinner for like $4 or $5, with your meat,
Yeah.
especially if you added like a can of veggies in there or something, because that's how I mean, Jess hates it when I do it, but I tend to, it's kind of a comfort food for me at this point. Take like,
Yeah.
hamburger mac and cheese and like add like a can of corn or a can of peas to it, and there you go. You got your whole freaking
Childhood right there on a plate.
your whole dinner all in one plate.
Well, I really, really remember how much I absolutely loved hamburger helper. We didn't end up having it a whole lot because it was not healthy, but yeah, I can't really pick and choose.
When you're poor, healthy goes to the wayside. You buy what you can
Yeah.
afford.
I just remember that we did have it a lot when I was very young, but then when my mom started to be able to choose a week where we could have apples, a bag of apples, like where she had enough for that, then we would go that route.
We are lucky that where we grew up, there was plenty of farmers markets, and this is kind of an apple-y place to be around here. That things like apples and pears and like tree-bearing fruit, it's kind of cheap around here because there's plenty of farmers around here that are making it, they're farming that sort of product. Corn as well. Corn is normally pretty freaking cheap around here.
All right. Well, yeah, not here. I remember corn isn't so bad up here. The problem is, it's all GMO, but whatever. I don't care. I can't focus on it at this point. But no, apples are expensive as hell. Expensive as hell up here. Oh my God, they're expensive.
They're pretty cheap down here.
Oh God, I wish.
Sometimes you can find them literally just on the freaking, not like the apples themselves on the side of the road, but you'd be just driving down the road and there's an apple stand.
Yeah, you can actually hear that you can get cheap apples, but they have like millimeter thick skin that peels off of it, and they're freaking plastic GMO ones.
Ew.
I hate those. I can't eat them. But
the worst thing I hate about apples though is if you get the wrong ones, they're grainy. Like the fruit itself is grainy. Where I remember like them being crisp and crunchy, not soft and grainy.
I hate that. I can't eat. I don't know what it is. It's just nauseating to me. I'd rather not eat, that sort of thing.
I could not move my freaking mouse over to the mute button fast enough for that sneeze.
Huh?
I could not move my mouse button over to the mute button fast enough for that sneeze. That, though, I don't think it would have helped any, because the thing is not only would I have had to have mute StreamYard, but I would also have had to have mute Streamlabs, because I did that before. I muted the one in the StreamYard thinking that it would also stop the sound over on the actual broadcasting app.
Yeah.
No, they both use the same microphone, but they have their own audio source.
Interesting.
So you would not hear me sneeze. You would not hear me sneeze, but they would hear me sneeze. And the thing is if I mute it just on their end, not only you would still hear me sneeze, but also they would too, because they would hear it through the StreamYard feed.
And I don't really know how you found that out. If it was through a sneeze or maybe a very important conversation,
I
but
don't know.
yeah.
I remember I muted the one in here, and people were still hearing me. I'm like, crap.
Right. Yeah, that's no good. Yeah. Well, I gotta drive back to Calgary. I'm in Bragg Creek at my grandparents' place, so I gotta actually drive back to my house.
You can just
It's
stay
about a
here
30.
and finish the live stream with me.
Well, how long are you planning on going?
It depends until somebody else shows up or everybody leaves.
Right. Well, I could actually see if I could do the stream while I drive, but you're gonna have
Yeah,
to
no,
give me
I
a
don't.
couple of
I
minutes.
don't. I cannot condone that, even though
Okay,
we
then
may
don't
or may
condone it.
we may or may not have people that drive and stream, but they have dedicated setups where they could be hands free and not have to hold anything.
I can be hands-free and not have to hold anything. Trust me. There's something called a gauge cluster trim that sets a phone perfectly.
So
So
the first time you hit a bump and we go flying underneath your gas pedal,
that's okay because that means I won't be able to push the gas pedal, which
then it
means
just slides
that's
over
fine.
underneath your brake pedal.
If it wedges itself underneath my brake pedal, I deserve to go out that way.
I don't want to be witness to it.
No, you won't. It'll cut off, I'm sure. Plus, it's a Crown Vic. I'll be fine.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
well, I'm gonna go say bye to my grandparents, and I will join back momentarily.
Okay. So, Jeff,
All right.
you bought a bracelet holder in the shape of a heart with a handle. Oh my God. Wow. Why? But anyway, now that it's just me again, I don't know who else is it. Pilot's still here, it looks like, on his 5th bag of beer. Well, I'm still only on my first half of beer. Well, I guess we could play What's in the Cup. I'm the only one getting it. Not paid for it yet, but she's getting it. Great. Anyway, and the rest of you will get the heart with a handle. If you check out her shop, it's Black Cat Metamart. Blackcatmetamart.com, I think. Jessica put the link down in the description, down in the comments, if anybody's interested in checking it out. But anyway, back to what we were doing. We have made a maximum of 4 people today. We're killing it. We've only got 1 like. I know there's at least 2 of you in here. Come on, guys. Somebody hit the like button. Anyway. Where was I at? Pilot's here. Good pilot. So we'll play What's in the Cup because I think there's only 3 of us here. I don't know where Chris is at. I don't know if anybody's even seen the Facebook post. Yeah, Chris has. Chris might pop on. But anyway, let's play What's in the Cup, because why the hell not? Can't play any of our other games because there's nobody here. Alright, let's get the What's in the Cup. There we go. See if it pops up. There it goes. Alrighty. So, another 1,000,000 points. What am I drinking? And what are you guys drinking out there in Chatland? Should I get a flower to match it? Oh my God. Pilot, I'm assuming you are drinking milk. Because you're all about being healthy right now. Now, I'm going to assume it's an ice house. If you're drinking something else, I'm going to wonder who body snatched you. This may end up being a short live stream. Alrighty. So we know that Pilot is drinking an ice house. Two four. She's too fat. Well, too poor for her fancy. You had a whole case of fancy water. You didn't need to buy fancy water. You had like 4 bottles of fancy water, the big bottles. Did you forget to take them with you? Too lazy to go to the car. Well, that's not because you're poor. But anyway, like I said, another 1,000,000 points to guess what I'm drinking. Here's your glimpse again. It's obviously alcoholic. Jess might get this first if that new fancy beer. Got to know the name of the new fancy beer. No, it is not Guinness. That is pretty light for a Guinness. Starts with an S. Yeah, well, you're closer. No, it's not a Schlager. You're getting some of the letters right, but not all of them. It's kind of something you get when you enter a freaking bar fight, and you say, but you should see the other guy. No, it's not stupid juice. No, it's not shits. Schlitz. No. I don't get the shits when I end up in a bar fight. I'm close to spelled wrong. It's the right sounding, just spelled wrong. So I guess I got to give it to you. It's Scheinerbach. SH and of course all of the. There you go. That would be what I'm drinking. So I guess I'll give it to you. Not that you really need any more points there, Jess. You were the last person that needs points. We're like 4,000,000 points ahead of everyone else. People are going to think I'm playing favorites. Technically, I'm not. What time is it? It is after 10. You are a favorite, but I don't play favorites with you. It's a difference. We'll have to see if Joseph gets back on. If Joseph gets back on, I'll stay on. I was gonna give news of Pilot's, other half, but or at least an update. But I think everybody in here already knows that update because we're all in the live stream chat. By the way, do you see this mess over here? You left my hobby desk a mess again, Jess. Just say it. No, I don't care. Not like I'm using it right now anyway. I'm waiting for that comment to pop up. Yes, pilot. Chris gave us a slight update onto her condition, and the prognosis of how she got home. So all right. Pay insinuates a game which would entail competition, which there is none. Yeah. All right. Hey, there's Chris. Are we gonna end up being an all-nighter here, Chris? Are you popping up in? I was starting to lose faith. I'm hoping that we got a Chris popping up in the video chat here soon. Aw, that sucks. Oh, I can't even open the windows here because freaking the Mexicans down the fucking block and a half a freaking way were playing music loud enough that I could hear it inside my freaking house. I'm freaking cooking. I got a fan freaking going pretty good, but there's no airflow. This is the end of the house. There's no breeze. Like I said, the second I pop open these freaking doors, I'm gonna probably end up with a freaking earful of Mexican music.
Okay, can you hear me?
Hey, look, it's Chris.
Chris.
Well, that's the view we get when Chris is driving.
Well, there's one problem.
You're
I
a
forgot
little
to
younger.
take into account.
You're a little younger. The vehicle is a slightly smaller, and there's no Peterbilt sign behind you.
That's true. There is a dog behind me though.
You're taking a dog home?
Yeah, I do. The thing is, hang on. Tell me if you can hear this.
We can hear a saggy old pile of bones trying to get itself up off the ground.
Wow. No, that's not quite. Well, you're close. It's
It's a car without catalytic converters?
well, I hadn't taken into account the fact that I'm lacking 3 of them, and it might be kind of hard for the audio to come out properly if I'm driving a car that.
Well, as long as you're not trying to put your foot through the floor, you're okay.
Well, at least there's overdrive. I don't know what this clown is doing behind me because he is.
He's looking at the clown in front of him.
Well, then he's trying to take a picture of my plate or something. Holy cow. It's a 40 zone through here, 40 kilometers an hour. That's 25-ish miles. And it's, I may or may not try and appease people and make their nerves go a little better by not going 40. That's what I'll say. Take that as you will, either trying to appease the residents or trying to appease the drivers behind me. That's up to you to figure out. But anyway, so
well,
but
hold your thoughts. I got to catch up with chat here because I know you can't see it, and you shouldn't be trying to read it while driving. You should be facing attention to the road.
I can't see it anyway.
Yeah, you should just be paying attention to the road and listening. And
I am. There's like the cracks in it, and a double solid yellow line, and telephone pole. Oh,
as long as you're not the one heading towards the telephone pole.
I'm not the one.
Clown behind you, that's his own problem.
No cops,
anyway.
deer.
So right before you popped on, Chris popped up in the chat. We thought we were hoping that he'd pop up here up on the screen. But apparently his service sucks. And he let us know. We also just did the what's in the cup. So do you have anything in your cup?
I had an orange crush in here, but apparently that's been taken out by probably me at some point, but I don't remember when. But it was still cold, so I guess I forgot it.
Well, I don't know. All right,
so that's what's in the can.
You are missing 1 can of orange crush.
Yes, but I
Jess has nothing because she decided to leave her fancy water in the car. Pilot is drinking Ice House. We did the contest.
What?
Ice House, as usual.
Oh, I thought you said icicles.
Yeah, icicles. Yeah. I am drinking
All right.
Steinerbach, which Jess won the What's in the Cup game and got 1,000,000 points.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Why didn't I win?
Because you weren't here.
Also because I'm missing the cup.
Anyway, so Chris also said that he is drinking sweet tea mix from Milo's, lemonade sweet tea mix, because Walmart refused 100 cases last night due to the shelf life being too short.
Wow. I've never heard of Walmart refusing anything bad.
No, it's not necessarily bad. It's just the shelf life was too short to sell it by the time we got it out.
Walmart refused something that actually has natural organic properties.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Whatever. Okay, this is about to be super loud. I'm gonna mute myself.
But anyway, and I don't know if you can still hear us, but Jess says you didn't win because you're not my favorite. She's trying to insinuate that I choose favorites. Oh, and we fell. See, that's a distraction. So I told you need a mount.
Maybe I shouldn't have muted myself. That was awesome.
What'd you do?
Oh, God, I just pinned it all the way up to 80 kilometers an hour.
You know, that actually sounds impressive until you realize a kilometer is like 2/3 of a mile.
Okay, that's about 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's an average cruising speed for me. That's actually slower than average cruising speed for me.
Yeah, I'm about to get up to 60 miles an hour here in about 4 to 6 business days. But
I averagely cruise at 60, 65. No matter what the that stupid sign on the side of the road tends to suggest what the speed should be.
Yeah.
I'll slow down when I feel that I need to, or if I'm driving through a residential area. Obviously, I'm not going to go flying. But if it's a back road and there's nobody the fuck on it, that's a suggestion.
Why would there even be a speed limit on that road? Just because it's a regulation and they can't have people being stupid.
Because they can't guarantee that that people will be able to handle their car on those curvy roads, or the occasional wild animal that runs out onto the road.
See, what's funny, in Alberta, we don't really understand. We haven't figured out how to make curves yet. We're getting there in the evolutionary scale, but just not quite there yet.
I live in the mountains. I live in the mountains. I don't know what a straight road is, unless it's a highway.
Right.
But they kind of follow the terrain that is all sorts of elevations and.
It's a grid. Here is a grid. There are lines. There are just lines on a map. Just lines, roads, straight.
She also wants to let you know that Spicy Child also missed the bracelet holder conversation.
Missed the what?
The bracelet holder conversation.
What's that?
She got a heart with a handle. Well, she's getting a heart with a handle bracelet holder. I don't know if you're old enough to understand what a heart with a handle is.
A heart with a handle?
Mm-hmm. Picture the shape of a heart.
Yeah.
Okay. Now picture it not a real heart, like a Cupid's heart. Right.
Okay.
Right. Now turn said heart upside down.
Okay.
And now out the pointy end, if it was 2D and the heart was this way, right?
Yeah.
2D, turn it this way, and then stick a handle out this side.
Wait a second. 2D. Wait.
Okay. Do you know how Blender or AutoCAD or any of that works?
I don't think so.
Where you can take a 2D shape, you extrude it, and now it's a 3D shape, but kind of.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you take a heart. You know, turn it sideways, extend it out like an inch or two. Okay, then take a circle at the top of the pointy end, and extrude that out like 6 to 7 inches. So you can have a handle for your heart.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, so you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about actually moving shapes around and creating.
Creating a different shape.
That makes sense.
A heart with a handle that you can hold.
Yeah. Makes sense. I hope there are no cops, buddy. I hope there are no.
Though I'm not sure if that's a heart with a handle you want to hold, or at least hold on loosely, but don't let go. So if you hold on too tightly, it might explode out the one end.
I wonder if I can get you coming through the speakers, because that would just help so much.
To get you, I'd rather you didn't. That's the last thing that I want you to be doing, is to get me coming through
anything. Hang on. Okay, what about now?
I don't know. I mean,
damn! I gotta click the output buttons while I'm trying to drive. That's not good.
Why don't you wait until you get to a stoplight? Now we can't hear you. Jess still has a request. I'm afraid to listen to your request.
Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you just sound really far away now.
I sound what?
A heart with a handle that ends in a happy.
Can you hear me, by the way?
We can hear you, but not as well.
Okay, well, it sucks, doesn't it?
It's probably now the opposite of what it was before. We could hear you before, but you couldn't hear us, and now we can hear you. You can hear us, and we can't hear you as well.
Well, yeah.
I am supposed to change. I am supposed to change your name to Spicy Child.
Are you? Are you supposed to? Where'd you get orders from corporate?
Resident Troll.
Okay. Well, that's your call, man. You're the branch manager.
If somebody donates $10, I will change his name to Spicy Child.
Oh, God. Actually, I should donate $10.
Go ahead. I'll change your name to Spicy Child. You will forever be known as Spicy Child.
Okay, not forever. If you want it forever, then it has to be at least $100,000.
I mean, granted, if you want to pay me $100,000, that's great.
Well, if I had it, I'd give it to you.
Well, then you know, whatever. And it's up until I decide to change it, regardless.
Well.
Yeah, and she's like Big Bird, because Big E's name is Big Bird.
So just out the window with marketing and brand awareness, then.
Well, we're already pretty far away from, you know. You're halfway out the door for Old Man Teen Mechanic.
Yeah, that's a very good point, but at least...
It would then just be Spicy Child Teen Mechanic.
It's not a bad idea.
Spicy Mechanic. Spicy Child Mechanic.
Oh, yeah, we're getting right into... What's his name? Chris Hansen?
I have no idea.
Dateline. Hey, Chris Hansen here. Dateline.
I don't remember what Mitwick was.
Okay. This is gonna be loud.
It's not that loud, buddy.
Good.
You're being photobombed.
Yes, I am.
You have a.
This
Oh my
one-
God! Oh my God! You have a stalker in the back seat. Pull over quickly.
Oh yeah. Actually, this right here where I'm driving right now, right this second, is where I blew the head gasket in my second ever vehicle. Actually, not head gasket, wrong. My van, my 2003 Chevy Venture, I replaced the head gaskets and overhauled the engine, did whatever else, and then right here on Highway 8, I pinned it and blew a rod and pulled over right back there. And yeah, that was very awesome.
Did you meet Bigfoot?
Huh?
Did you meet Bigfoot? Sasquatch? The Yeti?
No.
No. How about a moose? Did you at least meet a moose?
I did today, but not back then.
You saw a moose today?
Yeah, I did.
Miss
big
Formey
guy.
says she is afraid.
Huh?
Miss Formey says she's afraid. I don't know why Miss Formey is afraid.
Okay, I'm going too slow. I'm trying to keep this car quiet. It's very hard to do, considering there's no freaking exhaust. But
You have
You know.
Bluetooth. You have Bluetooth catalytic converters. I mean, it's the top of the line, newest technology.
Bluetooth, yeah, that's true. There's just less sound deadening, but just as good for the environment.
Yeah. Just passes right
Yeah.
on through.
Absolutely. I still have them. Yeah, exactly. It's the most efficient catalytic converter
Oh.
you can possibly get.
Miss
Goes
Formey is
right
afraid.
through so quickly.
Miss Formey is afraid what Jess's nickname is for Chris.
Why?
Well, you're Spicy Child, and Elliot is Big Bird, and then Mitwick was I'm pretty sure his nickname was something I'm not allowed to say online.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it was not a YouTube friendly name. Not that, and everybody was okay with it because it was all a joke, but I don't think it was something that I could say online.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to say that online. Just tell everybody later. Independently.
Well, I can say it in the
This
Facebook
okay,
chat.
let me show you something. Can you see this?
Yeah, it looks like one of those cartoons, where somebody just scribbles on the bottom green and the top blue, and then that's the Earth.
Yep.
That is.
And you see the hill over there? That's a freaking miracle, dude.
Yeah, I'll have to show you pictures of what I see going to work. Because it isn't very far.
Yeah.
You maybe see 1,000 feet out in front of you before you run into a curve or a mountain. Unless you're on the side of the mountain and you're looking like out your passenger or driver's side window out over the valley to the next mountain over, you might see a good distance.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's only if you're good
Wow.
if you're a good way up the side of the mountain first.
God, okay. Yeah, that's true.
That you're gonna make me seasick here. I'm feeling car sick. Whoa there, buddy. We can't hear you. You're muted. Would you like me to
What
unmute
about
you?
now?
I was gonna say, would you like me to unmute you?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please don't
Okay.
try to make a curvy road out of that straight
Damn it!
road. PA's nice straight roads. The only time they're straight is when they're full of potholes.
Sorry, I have to confirm. You can hear me, or you
Yeah.
can't.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Hang on. Let me just turn up the volume on things. There we go.
A big hammer might help. Just smack it repeatedly till it fixes itself.
That's what I did.
Got you.
That's why my windshield is cracked.
I thought that was just a big brain energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Jess says hammers fix everything. Actually, no. The correct terminology is everything is a hammer unless it's a screwdriver. Then it's a pry bar.
Then it's a what?
Everything is a hammer unless it's a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Then it's a pry bar.
Oh, pry bar, yeah. Okay. I thought you said pylon.
That really wouldn't make any sense.
Oh, God.
I mean, normally when you don't hear something, your brain comes up with a
Well,
logical.
that's why I
But normally it comes up with a logical conclusion of what it could be and makes sense. Normally you don't just pull some word out of the middle of nowhere and it doesn't make sense and that's what you go with.
Well, that's why I clarify things. That's why I have such good memory of what people said exactly, because I always figured, well, there's no freaking way she said that she fed her cow to the veterinarian before she went and stole some children's bicycle. I'm like, there's no freaking way that's what they said. So I have to ask a couple times, and then I figure it out, and then I retain it.
Yeah, normally when I ask to repeat something, it's because my brain moved past it so quickly that I didn't absorb it fast enough. But then like 10 seconds later, it gets back to it again, and it's like, oh, that's what she said. And by about that time, she's repeating what she said, and I've already figured it out again.
Okay, I have some news for you right now.
Your gas gauge is empty.
Now, the gas gauge is already on E, I'm serious. But the check engine light has been on for several days, considering we're missing two O2 sensors and 2 cats.
Yeah.
And 3 cats, but 2 O2
I'm sure
sensors.
it's not.
So anyway,
I'm sure it's not burning gas efficiently anymore either.
Oh, really? Huh. That's bizarre. The passenger side bank is running off of data that it's getting, but the driver's bank is running off of whatever. So the check engine light came on, but now it went out since I floored it. So what happened? I have no idea. This car just fixed itself. I'm a genius.
Either that or you're driving a demonically possessed car that's trying to kill everybody you know because they're giving you more attention. You're giving them more attention than it.
Funnily enough, I'm not. And funnily enough, times 2, Christine actually would have been similar to this back then. Because it's an old piece of crap that nobody gives a crap about.
But that's not what Christine started out as.
No, well, Christine started out pretty close to what this is, although, well, a little more dilapidated, but...
No. Christine started out as a pristine Plymouth Fury, right off of the assembly line, got a taste for blood right on the assembly line, and then was owned by a war vet that kept her all the way up until the point that he could no longer work on her or keep her on the road, and that's when she fell into disrepair. After killing several of his significant others. Yeah. Mysteriously.
Yeah.
Then this kid fell in love with her while driving past her on the road. Ended up fixing her up, which the car then became possessive of him, killing everybody that he cared about. Yeah. The car was never... The only reason the car was a piece of shit is because it sucked the life force out of the old man to the point to where the old man could no longer keep her running.
Yeah. What I meant in respect to the car in and of itself is not the spirit of the car or the spirit of the sky, but in terms of how people and the public and the people around Arnie perceive the car as a piece of shit because it's old and it's crappy and out of date and nobody cares about them. because the
see.
movie was in the 80s and it was a 20, 30-year-old car where nobody
You know,
cares about it.
you're also reinforces Jess's opinion of my Nova.
Well, sorry.
Because my Nova's name is based off of that movie.
Yeah.
My first girl, actually it should be my second girlfriend, is the one that named her,
Yeah.
and had similar things of fixing herself, and having ill things befall my female partners at the time I was driving it. You know, random spiders, just, you know, doors shutting that were open, you know, on body parts, you know, that kind of thing.
Did it kill any of them?
No, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately.
I'd have less problems.
I think, honestly, I haven't named this car. My friend and I named the Matador Cleveland. I have no idea why. Or Goose, because it looks like a goose. But this car, I think I want to name it Candy or Misty or like.
You just gonna start putting dollar bills in its freaking waistline or what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Something super classy.
Well, it's already starting to strip for you, so I mean, you might as well start feeding it
very
money.
true. Very slowly eroding its clothes away. I think I don't know, man. I gotta come up with.
Jess says you need to cover it in glitter.
Yeah, glitter. And put some lipstick on the bumper I just painted.
Lipstick and cheap perfume, apparently.
Yeah. Smell of
Those
wine.
really
cheap
obnoxious freaking little trees that you can buy at the store.
Hey, look, I've got a lavender one right here.
Oh, ugh, lavender. Ugh.
I love lavender, but
Ew.
that just smells like laundry detergent.
Ew, lavender. Gross.
Oh, shut up!
We
love
don't like
lavender.
lavender.
You don't like lavender?
It's a running joke between me and Jess. You ever heard of what is it? It's a dog. It's on TikTok. What's his name? Not Titus. Now I'm gonna have to go look because my brain won't let me not look. Seems I better turn this all the way down.
What's the punchline?
Anyway. Oh, hey, look, it's Jess. Jess is on my phone, like literally. See? I opened up TikTok and it's Jess.
Weird.
And yeah, it is weird. Anyway. I had just got done watching a TikTok from that dog, and it was a, like, you know, if you need a mental health moment or whatever, and one of the things was, he says you could you know, spray some lavender for a nice calming enthusiasm, and he smelled the lavender and he's like, we don't like lavender, only use lavender if you like lavender. We do not like lavender, so we will not use lavender. And anyway, so Jess had a bag of, and this, she didn't realize I had just got done watching that, but she had one of those like herb bags or whatever that had like dried lavender in it or whatever, and she's like all proud of the smell or whatever, and she had like several different ones, and the one was lavender, and she gave it to me to smell, and I'm like, bleh. I'm like, what is this one? She goes, it's lavender. I'm like, oh my god. And I was like, wait a minute. And I quickly scrolled through my phone because I had just watched that TikTok not long ago, and I scrolled to the part where he does the lavender bit. And so then, ever since then, me and Jess have had this gag about lavender. Literally gag.
Wow, that's very smooth.
I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, well, you should.
I like that dog. He's absolutely Tatum. That's who it is. It's Tatum. Tatum Talks or something.
Well, I don't understand. I thought lavender was just one of those general things that everybody loved.
No, I do not like. I like subtle hints of lavender.
Yeah.
I don't like strong lavender.
Yeah, I don't like an overabundance of anything, especially if it's something I like, because then I go to hate it. But
yeah,
this lavender doesn't smell like it. It does not smell like lavender. It smells like lavender.
Right. It's Tatum Talks, and his username is Hi, this is Tatum. and he's a rescued dog. When they got him, he was nothing but bones. And so the dad is the voice of Tatum, and he gives Tatum a voice, obviously, and it's absolutely freaking hilarious. Because he gives this dog, like literally the dog enacts the character that the dad portrays. So he's like got it spot on. I mean, it's like you could literally see this dog saying the things that is being, said.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's one of my favorite ones to watch on TikTok, especially when I'm having a bad day. Not everyone likes lavender. It's not my favorite. From Jessica says, she likes lilac.
Oh, lilac! I love that so much.
I'm more of a woodsy smell person. Like I like a good
cedar
wood smell, like cedar or pine or whatever. I like a good what's that word I'm looking for? Like the heavy smells. Like a musk smell. I like a nice musk.
I absolutely agree with everything you said except the lavender part. I love lilac. I absolutely love woodsy, like the forest kind of, even maple sort of smell. I like
Pilot says he likes plywood. I want to say less plywood, more fresh lumber.
Yes, that.
And less 2x, like construction 2x4, more like hardwoods. I mean, I like pine, yes, but I'm more of I like more of the more woody woods.
There's one type of wood I hate the smell of, and it's not necessarily because of the wood, and it's not really anything to do with the wood, but anything that's pressure treated smells disgusting.
Well, that's because that's chemicals. That's not pressure treats.
Yeah.
Ooh, clove does smell good. So does cinnamon. Clove and cinnamon are definitely smell good. Have you ever cloved an orange?
I believe so.
You take an orange and you just shove cloves in it and then stick it in a bowl and let it do its thing. It smells so good. Because the orange juice comes out through the clove. We couldn't hear what you said.
You know how you... Sorry, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but it's in spurts sometimes. Internet connection, probably.
Well, okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
anyway,
your internet
if
connection
you
is
can hear
definitely
me,
fading in and out.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, what I decided to do was peel a lemon and a lime and separate them into slices like a slice of an orange.
Did you put the lime in the coconut?
I didn't do that. That was a missed opportunity. Holy shit. Man. Anyway, no, I should have done that. No, but it was very, very off-putting to take a slice of a lemon and put that in my mouth like an orange, and like not a slice, it breaks apart like an orange does, and it was like really hard to peel, but so weird, because I was putting what felt like an orange, but tasted like a freaking diaper.
I'm pretty sure oranges, limes, and lemons, they all come from the same type of fruit.
Which is what?
I'm not sure exactly, but they're all the same. Lemons, limes, grapefruits, oranges, mandarins. They're all the same. They got that real thick, tough outside skin, and then the sectioned fruit inside.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, it would be citrus. I do believe would be the right word I'm looking for.
Citrus fruit. Yeah.
I just sounded dumb. Yes, I know I sounded dumb. My brain was thinking in the wrong direction of where I wanted it to go.
That's okay. I'm gonna lose you, by the way. I'm pulling up to the house. So hang on.
Yeah. See, now you just said that they're all citruses after I'd already said it.
Okay. What?
Jess just said in the
Whatever.
chat that they're all citruses, but I'm slightly ahead of what she actually is receiving on her end anyway.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, it's bright. I'm gonna park in the driveway because there's no trailer there.
Jess wants to inform everybody that me and my kid's name is Dodo.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure there's a bird next to it, so I'm pretty sure she means Dodo bird. If I'm smart enough to understand that. We can still see you. Apparently I'm not smart enough. She had to spell it out. What time is it? 10:38. We now know what the view of Joseph's phone gets in the morning when he wakes up before he goes to school. Goodbye. Oh. And then there was me. Oh. The person you all come to see. Are we back for round
There.
3?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
The last couple of minutes were quite interesting as we were just seeing this.
Yeah, that would have.
And the internets have forsaken him.
Okay. I think I'm I've got a bad connection and I don't understand.
Well,
this.
you have your phone is bipolar at the moment. Well, it's like
Yeah,
right
it
now
is.
you have really good connection. You're really crystal clear. I mean, we can see everything.
Huh.
And then,
Weird.
And then you'll all of a sudden you'll just freeze frame and we won't hear anything.
Okay, well, that's bizarre. Anyway, here, I just got home. Check out the odometer. I've got 10 more kilometers to go, and then I'm at 317777. That's amazing.
You know, you might be able to read that easier if you would clean your clean the glass on the dash.
I basically bought this car and cleaned out the junk, and I have not detailed it at all. So, yeah.
It definitely looks like Grandma's car.
It is Grandma's car, especially because of that.
Lavender. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I pulled up. My dad's sitting on the porch there. I pulled up to the house, and I had this giant smile on my face.
From talking to us.
I find it hilarious because he hates this car. It's so good for my soul.
And the thing is you just need to convince him that he hates this car, so he should let you keep the Thunderbird and get rid of this POS.
The whole point was for me to buy the T-Bird. I was supposed to sell the Matador and buy the T-Bird.
Goodbye, Matador. Goodbye.
Well, the Matador is being sold anyway. Do you want to buy it?
I have enough. I'm sure Jess. You asked me this while Jess is in the chat.
Yeah.
Where do you think that conversation is going to go? You watch the chat. You'll see it in a minute. You can't watch the chat, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the chat will blow up about not buying another freaking POS car.
It's not a POS, and also it's in Canada, so good luck with that. But
I have a truck and trailer. Nobody said I had to keep it road legal.
Yeah,
I have a truck with big tires. That car can become pretty flat.
What? You asshat. That is not happening.
Plus, I can also talk to Jason, who also lives up in Canada. I'm sure he can go get it, and it can become the next Bubbles.
Okay. You're not being fair anymore, so I think I'm gonna get off the stream now.
Jess says I'm not allowed to get another car until we get her project car.
Which is what?
The one that's going to break my bank. We think that, fixing my Trans Am is expensive, right? Because Trans Am parts are expensive. She wants a Chevelle. And not like the off years, like a 71 or 72. No.
Yeah.
She wants a 1970 or
Oh, a
69 Chevelle.
69, yeah, that's what I meant, not 67. Yeah, just buy a Lamborghini Countach instead. Go
Right?
budget
I know
friendly.
they're less rare. Yeah.
Well, they're
she
all
wants a
bit rare only because they
69 she
wrapped
wants-
around trees.
She wants the 69 Chevelle.
Oh, well,
I'm pretty sure it's a 70 because I have the one that's sitting here that she wants. It's a 70. She wants the 70 because the 69 I do believe is the one with the front headlights that sweep back into the fender.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes the one with the where it's the two headlights and it's flat in the front.
right, yeah.
Or she wants her Mustang, which has to be I think a 69 non-Shelby fastback. She does not like the Shelby ones.
Interesting. A lot of people do.
Or she wants an El Camino, but the El Camino also has to have the Chevelle front end. So the Malibu front end.
Right. Yeah.
Not the later style. Not the mullet style, but the earlier.
Yeah.
You know, so actually it would be the mid generation for the El Caminos because I think the first ones had the Impala-ish front end.
Yes.
And then they went to the Chevelle Malibu style front end, and then they went to it's still a Malibu front end, but the more of the 80s Malibu front end.
Which is gross, in my
It
opinion.
depends. I like the Monte Carlo SS front end.
That's better. Well, I guess. My favorite Malibu of all time, in fact, I've been searching one for ages. I've only ever seen one in person, and that was recently, is a 77 Malibu Classic with stacked headlights.
No, like the Laguna?
I love the Lagunas, but a 77 Malibu Classic four-door stacked headlights has Laguna characteristics, but basically,
they're the same. It's just like saying like a GTO and a Chevelle and whatever. The
Yeah.
bones are all the same. They dress them up differently.
Yes, so that's what I'm talking about. A Laguna.
She goes, my Nova, my 77 Nova is gross. No, my 77 Nova has a identity crisis. It doesn't know whether it wants to be an 80s box frickin' thing or a 70s muscle car. It has no idea what it wants to be.
My dad's first car was a 78 Nova.
I like them, but they also grew on me. I didn't like them when I first got it.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
I wanted a 70, like a 71, 72.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know. I have the weirdest taste in cars. I mean, if gas was no object, I would just be.
Well, I mean, like I do too. I mean, I like the big old four doors.
Yeah, I just love four doors.
The late 60s, or I would say everything from the mid 50s all the way up to the mid 70s four doors.
Yeah.
So maybe early 70s, maybe not mid 70s. But
Right.
I like the big old four doors, the Buick Electras, the Impalas, the Belvederes, the satellites.
Absolutely. LTDs, man.
Four-door
Lexus.
I don't think I mentioned really any Fords in any of that, but that's okay.
No, I know you didn't. I'm doing that for you right now.
Because I don't like the Lincolns, and unless it's the early Lincolns, like the early 60 Lincolns.
Yeah, I don't like the early 60s Lincolns. I like the mid to later 60s Lincolns with the suicide doors, but the early ones don't do it for me. But I like the 70s Lincolns. I like the earlier 70s Lincolns with the whole the carriage windows and the I don't know, like what's a good example one? It has to be a sedan, just a giant Continental sedan. That's what I love.
I mean, I'm not hating on them, but I'm more of a Cadillac guy than a freaking Lincoln guy.
I can't decide. I think I love them both. I have a Cadillac. I've never owned a big Lincoln like that.
But I love the styling of the freaking Electra.
And what's funny is I've actually never really liked the Mercuries. I owned the Mercury Grand Marquis coupe from '77, and I thought I'd love it, but I'm
a Mercury, older, like Mustang style Mercury Cougar guy.
There's only one Mercury that I like, And that's the Marauder, both the old classic one, which is obviously the one that I like the most, and also the newer ones, the Crown Vic ones. I think they're weird and cool, but I'm more talking about the '70s ones, '60s and '70s Marauders.
With a Buick Riviera.
Yeah, I love the Buick Rivieras too, actually.
'60s, mid '60s Dodge Chargers.
Never, I don't like any of the Mopars. There's only one that I do,
The
and that's
'66 Dodge Charger. Before they
No.
went to the freaking like Dom Toretto looking ones.
I don't mind the Cudas, the classic Cudas.
No, I didn't say Cudas. I said the
I know.
old Chargers, the big body Chargers.
I know.
Not the Charger RTs and stuff that they ran, you know, like the everybody loves the General Lee style. I'm talking about the generation before that. With the big freaking fastback freaking
No, not particularly. It doesn't really do anything
gorgeous
for me.
car. Gorgeous car. Tires were always a little small on those from factory, but gorgeous.
Well, I like that idea.
Huh?
I do like that idea. I love my 14-inch rims, man. 13s and 14s.
But
Are you kidding?
the thing is that car was so big,
Yeah.
that made those wheels look incredibly not right for that car.
Yeah.
Very
the Matador.
disproportionate.
Oh my God, my phone's already at 15%. How did that happen? It was 60
You
when I
were hanging out with us, and we just sucked the life out of it.
Yes, we did. We're good with that. Anyway, I am home now. I got some stuff to do. I should probably head out, actually, but I'm glad I joined, and I should freaking get off
If you'll
my ass.
hang out with us for a half a second, we'll conclude the show because I
Sure.
don't see anybody else popping on, and
Okay.
we've only got 3 people in the chat anyway. I can
All right.
entertain Jess on my own. But though she probably should go to bed so she gets some sleep tonight, since she's got to get up at the ass crack of dawn.
Right.
But anyway, Jess says bye, Spicy Child,
See you later.
and we will say goodbye to you guys in the chat. That'll also let me get the dog out to go to the bathroom again. So I don't have the problem I had last week at the end of my live. He left me a present in his kennel.
Well,
Right on camera, too. If you go watch the very end of my live, it's right there.
no. That's
Yes.
okay.
I mean, it was literally right there.
Oh God, that sucks.
But
Sorry.
anyway, we will roll the outro, and then you can duck out. So let me roll the outro, and we'll see you guys next week. And be safe and find something to work on.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's